Hello, my friend, and welcome back to the Gentle English Podcast. Today, we will explore one of the most famous and also one of the most debated books in the world. It is The 48 Laws of Power by Robert Greene. This book has been read by leaders, entrepreneurs, artists, athletes, and even politicians. Some people love it, some people fear it, but nobody can ignore it. Why? Because this book talks about one thing that exists everywhere: power. But before we continue, I want to make something clear. When I say power, I do not mean something dark, selfish, or evil. I mean understanding life. I mean understanding people. I mean understanding yourself. Because power, in truth, is simply the ability to act with confidence, the ability to influence, and the ability to move through the world wisely. This book is full of stories from history, kings, generals, rulers, and thinkers. They use strategies to win, to lead, to influence. But you and I are not kings or generals. We are everyday people. So the question is, how can these 48 laws of power help us in our daily life? And more importantly, how can they help us in learning English? That is what we will explore today. When Robert Greene begins his book, he reminds us that human beings have always lived in groups, and in groups there is always power. Sometimes it is open, sometimes it is hidden, but it is always there. Think about it. In school, there are popular students and quiet students. In the workplace, there are strong voices and soft voices. Even in families, some people influence more than others. This is not to make you afraid. It is to make you aware. Now, how does this connect to English learning? Imagine you are in a meeting or in a classroom or in a conversation. If you can express yourself in English with clarity and confidence, your influence grows. If you stay silent out of fear, or if you speak without control, your influence weakens. So learning English is not just about vocabulary and grammar. It is about power. The power to connect, the power to express, the power to be heard. Let us now enter into some of the timeless lessons from this book. One of the first laws teaches, always appear stronger than you feel. This does not mean lying. It means carrying yourself with confidence even when you feel unsure inside. Think about English practice. Many learners feel nervous. Their hands shake. Their voice trembles. But if you simply lift your head, look at the person, breathe slowly, and speak, people will feel your confidence. They do not see your fear. They only see your presence. This is the law of power. Appearance shapes reality. Another law teaches about patience. Great leaders in history did not rush into every battle. They waited for the right moment. They understood timing. In English, timing is also important. You cannot become fluent in 1 week. You cannot memorize 1,000 words in 1 day. But if you practice step by step, with patience, your strength will grow. Fluency is not a sprint, it is a long walk. And those who wait, those who keep going, are the ones who reach the goal. Patience is power. Robert Greene also warns about control, not the control of others, but self-control. Powerful people do not show every emotion. They do not explode with anger. They do not panic. They stay calm, and because they are calm, others trust them. Now think about English again. You will make mistakes. You will forget words. You will meet people who speak too fast. If you panic, you lose your control. But if you stay calm, smile, and continue, people will respect you. Self-control makes you powerful, even in language learning. Another law speaks of silence. Greene writes that sometimes silence is stronger than words. Too much talking makes you look weak. Careful talking makes you look wise. In English, this is a golden lesson. Many learners want to speak fast to prove themselves. But real confidence is in speaking slowly and clearly. Do not fear silence. Use it. A pause gives weight to your words. When you pause, people listen more. So silence, my friend, is also power. The book also teaches about relationships. Power is never only about one person. It is about allies, partners, and friends. Leaders who worked alone often fell. Leaders who built trust with others grew stronger. This connects directly to English. If you try to learn completely alone, the journey is heavy. But if you learn with others, if you practice with friends, if you connect with teachers or partners, you grow faster. Your English becomes not only a skill but also a bridge to relationships. And relationships create influence. Another law is about using mistakes wisely. Powerful people do not deny mistakes. They use them. They study them. They transform them into lessons. And you too will make mistakes in English. Many of them. But every mistake is a teacher. If you see mistakes as shame, you stop growing. If you see mistakes as lessons, you grow stronger. Each mistake adds to your wisdom. One of the most practical laws is about focus. Greene explains that power is lost when energy is divided in too many directions. But when energy is focused on one clear goal, it becomes unstoppable. So when you learn English, do not try to do everything at once. Do not try to master grammar, vocabulary, writing, pronunciation, listening, and reading all in one day. Choose your focus. Maybe this month, focus on speaking. Next month, focus on listening. Focus builds power. Another key law is about perception. People believe not only what is true, but also what they see. This means how you present yourself often matters as much as what you truly are. For English learners, this is very important. You may think, I am not fluent. But if you appear calm, if you smile, if you speak slowly, people will respect you. They will believe in your ability, even if you are still learning. Your appearance becomes your strength. Now, as we move forward, let us connect these lessons. What do they show us? That power is not something dark. It is not about controlling others. True power is about awareness, patience, self-control, clarity, relationships, mistakes, focus, and presence. And all these qualities are also the qualities you need to master English. So my friend, as you listen now, remember, first, appear stronger than you feel. Second, be patient. Growth is step by step. Third, control yourself. Stay calm in difficulty. Fourth, use silence. Speak slowly and clearly. Fifth, build relationships, connect with others. Sixth, respect mistakes, they are teachers. Seventh, focus your energy, one goal at a time. And lastly, care about your presence, it shapes perception. These are not only the 48 laws of power, they are also the laws of growth, of language learning, and of life. So carry them with you. As you practice English, you are not only learning words, you are practicing patience, presence, influence, and self-mastery. You are not only learning a language, you are building your own quiet power. Thank you for listening to the Gentle English Podcast. Until next time. And remember, the greatest power is not outside. The greatest power is inside you.